dope. Every time I turn my head and I think that, okay, this shit going to die, it's not going to get worse. It does. Every single time I get proven wrong, every single time. But this is actually crazy because I didn't think it was going to go this far. I really didn't. I thought a petition was going to be like the voice of the people. And then, you know, the people was just going to be like, hey, yo, listen, we don't like this shit. We're just voicing our opinion. So you can try to, you know, next time maybe respect us a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, do a little bit more research. I thought that's what the petition was going to do. And I thought that's where it was going to stay. I didn't think it was going to get to a scale to where the government is involved now. The politicians. Depending on if this is true or not, I'm asking my Japanese audience right now, how true is this headline? Japanese politician Satoshi Hamada signals Assassin's Creed Shadows alteration of Japanese history and promotion of Yusuke could be brought before the Diet. What the fuck is the Diet? I did some research, well, you know, but let me show you guys together. Okay, so in case you guys don't know what that term means, most Americans don't. The National Diet of Japan. And what this basically means is the National Diet is the national legislature of Japan. It is composed of a lower house called the House of Representatives, kind of like how we got. Like in an upper house, the House of Consolers, whatever the fuck, both houses are directly elected under a parallel voting system, which means that this is taking up basically Congress. This is basically Japanese Congress. So it's gotten this high. For those people who are saying that, I've got many comments on my last video basically saying that, yo, listen, you got bots in the comment section. There's no way you're not big enough to have all these Japanese comments in your video. Let me show you guys something right quick. Okay, so this is my last video I made on Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? I'm gonna show you guys the comments. A lot of people were basically, well, some individuals, you know, the naysayers, the people who try to basically be apologists and try to just deny, right? And they want to be like, no, this shit ain't true. Japanese people ain't doing this shit. It's a bunch of white guys who just got on board and actually started to pretend like they were Japanese people. So they're in your comment section talking for them. Bullshit, because you know what? I caught a lot of you guys in lies in the comment section. And that's why I like to be in the comment section so I can check you on your shit. Because I call people out all the time. And every single time they dead the conversation when I get involved with them. Because they know they can't go far with me. I'm all about the truth. I'm not about propaganda. I'm not about, you know, fighting for a side that does not want to be fought for. Trust me, if Japanese people told me to stop and told me that I was wrong, guess who will stop? Me. You won't see me do anything. You won't see me be like, yo, listen, I'm going to fight for you even though you don't want to be fought for. I'm not that type of nigga. I never been that type of person. Even when I was dealing with people in school, I never protected a person who was getting bullied who would not stand up for themselves. I'm not that dude. I want you to stand up for yourself first. And then if I see that, okay, listen, you're standing up for yourself and you still getting fucked with, now I'm going to jump in. That's the type of person I am. I'm not going to protect people who don't want to be protected. So this situation right here, I don't know why people think I got an agenda with this shit. It's not for me. I'm talking about people who are getting fucked with who followed me on my Instagram page. They're blowing my DMs up. So this is what I'm getting from these people. So most people couldn't believe that I had this many Japanese people in my comment section supporting what I'm saying right now, because I had a couple people saying that you're not big enough for this many Japanese comments in your comment section. I was like, this motherfucker don't even know who he talking to. You don't know where I come from. I come from a totally different platform than this. So I built my audience over there first, and then I came over here. But I'm obviously saying something that's resonating with a particular demographic of people. So you might want to think about that. Look at all these Japanese comments. This is the point I'm making now. You people who try to defend this shit, who basically try to say that it's Americans that are really having a problem. No, let's get specific. You guys are saying that white dudes, straight white dudes, are the only ones with an issue with this. Where are y'all now? Y'all been dead fucking silent, and you know who I'm talking about. There's a lot of creators on X, on YouTube who made videos about this shit, ex-users talking about this shit like crazy. All of a sudden, since the petition got involved, all of a sudden, since the stealing of the banner, let me show you guys this right quick too. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but this is how my mind works. I just gotta give it to you straight. Oh yeah, ever since this shit got involved, because they actually made an apology about stealing the banner that actually existed, because they didn't do zero fucking research, where are these people now? Where's the backlash? Where's like, oh no, it's not true. This is a bunch of white people complaining about this. They not really having a problem with the banner. Where are y'all at now? Fucking crickets. You guys know who I'm talking about too. So this is the type of shit I'm talking about, right? So now since the shit got so big, let me read y'all what's going on right now. Who this person is. I want to know exactly who this person is before I actually, you know, say the wrong thing. And if I'm saying the wrong thing in the comment section, please fact check me, because I'm learning this shit in real time. This story just dropped today, July 11th. It's 11th right now. I probably might post it today, and if I don't do that, I'll post it on the 12th. But just know that I'm making this on the 11th right now. I actually went to the guy's page. This is his page right here. All right. So if you guys want to know who this person is, who's actually taking this to legislature, right? And this is his profile. I'm gonna let you guys read this shit on your own time. This is the guy who we're talking about. Japanese politician Satoshi Hamada recently signaled he might bring up Ubisoft and their upcoming game Assassin's Creed Shadows before the Japanese Diet. Just fucking crazy. I did not think it was going to go this far. Ubisoft might be in trouble, but who knows? The country's legislative body for altering the country's history, architecture, and more, as well as potentially using AI to generate images of the time period the game is supposed to be setting. If this is true, this is a fucking shame. You have 0 consultants. You have 0. Besides that pedophile bitch that's working with you. Y'all literally have 0 consultants. And for y'all to basically say, I'm talking about Ubisoft at this point, for y'all to basically say that y'all basically respect the culture, y'all actually did research. Oh, you mean Wikipedia pages that's being changed to fit y'all narrative now?
Grums on Twitter said, Assassin's Creed Shadows character Yasuki was never a samurai, showing the Wikipedia entry screenshot. And then Dr. Decepticon replied, you say that now, but watch as Wikipedia tries to retcon history as we get closer to the release date. And that got followed up by Grum saying, what's the over-under on this happening once Wikipedia editors panic? And just an hour later he said, update, they deleted it! With a laughing emoji. Wikipedia editors have already altered Yasuki's entry. They did it just moments after I tweeted it, covering up for Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows. They did this with Warhammer, and they are doing it now to real history.
There's a bunch of Wikipedia pages that are being changed in real time. And it started off as a domino effect. They started changing it bit by bit. Use case backstory to try to change it to be like, no, he was more than what he was. It's a long time since they've been doing this shit to where they've been altering stuff until we got it to today. So now you basically can't even tell the history of where he came from besides actual Japanese people, and that's why they're having an issue with this. See, Americans, we're not going to do that much research on this because we're not from there. All we see is black men in a good position, and all of a sudden we're just going to champion it because we like seeing us in roles that is not even technically our history, which is very fucking confusing to me. So it got lost over time. Using Deep L to translate, Hamada wrote on X, why can't they just get Japanese translators to actually do that? Why do they got to use these programs? Because it's going to be lost in translation anyway. None is 100% accurate. We have received a consultation regarding the alteration of Japanese history by a French game company, Ubisoft. We share the consultation below with images. We have also quoted a post that we believe points out the problem with the game in question. We would be happy to receive your comments and suggestions, including specific requests. Okay, so that's basically what he's talking about. So don't misunderstand why Assassin's Creed is on fire. Black people are the main characters. I don't really care. Non-Japanese people are flaming. Yes, see, this is a bad translation. Like showing their own. Then he said, like, see, I asked a Japanese expert to make it. Messed up seasons, messed up building, messed up mannerisms. They're talking. Yeah, so this is a bad translation. What he's basically saying right now is that they messed up every single intricate thing that makes Japanese culture, especially when it comes to making a game in Japan. You have to get this shit right. Ghost of Tsushima got that right. That's why they're praised. Ubisoft clearly did not do 0 research. It's basically like me trying to make a game in Japan without talking to nobody from Japan. How the fuck would I get it right? Oh, what? Because I watch anime? That makes me accurate enough to make a Japanese game on a grand scale that a AAA game studio can do it on? Is this, like, what are we doing here? And I thought that I wasn't going to get checked. Ubisoft is tone deaf for this shit. It's ridiculous. You should not have done this. And this basically just explains why they're able to do dumb tone deaf shit like they send Japanese streamers literally a gift box with the wrong kanji characters on it. You only do this shit if you live in a bubble and you're that tone deaf. That's the only reason why you would do shit like that. It doesn't even make sense. It's stupidity. Or you just don't give a shit. We made a concept video. Chinese subtitles are added by mistake. Quicksilver gathers complaints. Maker is upset. Don't complain, racist. This is where the Japanese get the most upset. The problem is the manufacturer's negligence, like in not admitting even one of their own mistakes. That's my fucking problem too. Signature Drive begins to demand that the product not be released. Now this is going to be taken seriously because they're not talking about, hey, we want you guys to change things to better fit the Japanese culture. No, we want you to just not release it. And that's what the whole petition is for. The petition is not to change things. It's to stop production. You actually offended a culture that much to where they're not trying to basically say, hey, you want us to consult on this? Hey, you want us to chime in to help out? Hey, you want us to do such and such? No. They're past that. Now they're just saying, we just want you to fucking end the project. Take it behind the barn and fucking shoot it. That's what we want you to do. You went that far. How do you fuck up that bad? I don't understand this. When you have that many people working on your team and you got this many people pissed off, this is Olympic levels. This takes skill. This literally takes skill to fuck up this bad, to piss people off this bad. You are talented in that aspect, not another aspect, in that aspect. Since I covered the petition, I think the last video I did, it was around probably 43,000, right? This motherfucker now got close to probably more than this shit, but since this was updated today, I think this is accurate, so I can go off of this. 81 fucking thousand. This petition is gonna get more than Stellar Blade. I'm just gonna be real with you. It's gonna get way more than Stellar Blade because this shit was started probably June 19th. Outrageous. 81,000. And I know what a lot of people are going to say too. Well, a lot of white dudes probably made accounts and actually went on there and just boosted up the number and shit. Probably, yeah. That's probably true. But I guarantee you, and I'm just saying this from my perspective, from the DMs that I've been getting and from people telling me this type of shit, if it reached a dude who's going to take it to their legislator, you know, Japanese people, most of this number is Japanese people. But people were telling me that it was 275 votes. You are fucking capping, you're coping. If you think that it's out of 81,000 people that signed this petition, if you're telling me personally, what confidence that no, only about 200 some Japanese real people signed a petition, you're fucking coping. I spoke to 200 people myself, and I'm not even big on social media. I got 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. 15K on Instagram. I am not big. So for me to basically get talked to by 200 real Japanese people and they're all saying the same shit, if my small ass can get the fuck out of here. You're coping. You're coping. So this shit is literally going to be taken seriously now. I want to read this right quick. The reference petition called the game a serious insult to Japanese culture and history and can lead to racism in Asia. It called on Ubisoft to immediately discontinue the launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows and show their sincere research and respect for Japanese history and culture. They're not going to do it. You're going to have to take them to court. You are. They're not going to do it at all. Because if they do that, they're going to admit defeat. Ubisoft can't admit defeat because they're... Okay, listen. The one thing I realized about these social justice people, these woke people, they will never admit that they're wrong. They will just double down, neglect, pivot, and then just wait for the smoke to clear and to die down. That's what they do. They will never come out and say, especially when it has something to do with racism, they cannot have their name being tainted by that. That's why they only apologize for the flag. They only apologize for the flag because it shows insensitivity. And they got called out personally by the group in question. That's the only reason why. Because it has nothing to do with race. It has something to do with ignorance. So they can admit that. They could be like, yeah, we were ignorant on this part because, we didn't really know and stuff like that. And plus they could blame it on the person who was in charge of doing this type of shit too. So they could just put it on them and they don't have to deal with that other aspect of not being woke and inclusive, right? They're never going to admit the fact that Assassin's Creed is racist. That the game is insensitive to Japanese culture. They will never do that shit. Ubisoft Japan apologized. How the fuck you got a base in Japan and you don't know how to fucking make a game in Japan? Are you fucking stupid? Are you stupid? You literally have a base in Ubisoft Japan. You literally have a base in Japan and you don't know how to make a fucking game in Japan? Are you stupid? You gotta be retarded. You have to be get the fuck out. Man, you know what? Oh my fucking god. The place is located in fucking Tokyo. You stupid son of a bitch. Who thinks of this shit? Bro, are we living in the Twilight Zone? You can't make this shit up. You really can't. For all the mistakes that this game has made, and you got a Ubisoft location in fucking Japan. What excuse do you have? You have zero. I know what happens in these companies. I know how artwork gets approved in these companies. I almost was in the companies. I almost was a part of the gaming industry as an artist, concept artist. And plus, I still know people who got into the industry who I talk to daily. You have to get approved by certain individuals. And nowadays, they got inclusion departments in their companies that literally vet this shit. That be like, okay, let me see how that looks. Let me see how that looks. Approved. Send it over. Send it off. You're good. No fucking excuse. I don't care if they apologize or not. I know how this shit works. You're not sorry, because it wouldn't have even made it past the approval process. Do you get what I'm saying right now? This shit is all dumb. And for y'all motherfuckers who bitched and complained about this shit, trying to defend this game, where the fuck y'all at now?
Has anyone even asked the Japanese how they feel? Why aren't we talking about that?
Why aren't we talking about that?